Hey Rose Petals and Rose Fellows, it is Candace Rose, and today I am going to be doing a updated video on my story time. So if you guys do not know what I'm talking about, I'm going to leave the link to that video in the description below. I wanted to come to you guys, well, first of all, when I first put up this video, when I uploaded this video, I had no idea that it was going to gain the traction that it gained. I had a lot of people questioning me, like, why would you make a video? Like, why would you put that video up? I just feel like that was my story. That was something that really happened in my life, and I can post whatever I want. Like, I'm not going to be ashamed or hide from the fact that, I got shot. Like, that's just something that I will never be ashamed of. Going into making that video, I was just thinking about, younger women in general, because younger women are so impressionable. When that happened to me, I was young. The amount of love that I received from that video was crazy. Like, I had people DMing me, people inboxing me, telling me their stories, people in the comments telling me their story and giving me encouraging words. And I just wanted to touch somebody. I wanted my story to reach out. If it just changed one woman, one young girl to get out of the situation that I was in, then I would be satisfied. But I had no idea that it was going to gain the traction that it gained. I just want to thank you guys for receiving that story and all the positive words and all of the loving and kind words, because that was just me just being transparent. That was just me just being real. Everybody says, my energy is so good. My energy is good. And I think that a lot of traumatic things have happened to me in my past, and that being at the top of the list, that it does it does definitely change you. So I just want to thank you guys for just being loving and understanding and open-minded to my story time. Now, I did get some negative comments. I did get the "you're stupids" and "you're dumb" and comments like that, but I just remove them, block you, and I keep it pushing. Like, there's no need for me to entertain what a 13-year-old and just made up a fake YouTube page and started trolling my comments. So yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on what's going on with that. As I told you guys before, my abuser, David, he was in jail, or he went to jail for a crime that was not related to mine. I had nothing to do with him going to jail. Like, I wasn't involved. I didn't have anything to do with it, basically. So when he went to jail, it was, I want to say a couple years, or like a year or two after my incident. And when he went to jail, he never came home. Like, he did not come home. He was gone for a very long time. So I got a call a couple weeks ago, and I was told that David has been released and he is now a free man. Now, granted, this man didn't go to jail for murder or selling keys or anything like that. So I knew that this day would come. When I was told this, I instantly became fearful. My heart just dropped, and I was just like, what? Like, he's really free. Even though I live hours away from where this person lives, I became super scared. I could care less about backlash. I'm gonna be all the way honest with you guys. Like, a little part of me was afraid to do this updated video, just for the simple fact that this man has family and friends as well, and I was afraid of the backlash from that. But I just think in my head, like, well, your cousin or your brother or your son or your baby daddy didn't have no business shooting me in the first place. So no one will silence me. I will not be silenced, and I'm going to tell my story, and I'm going to tell the truth about my story. So obviously my boyfriend knows about me being shot because we have those intimate conversations like that. So he definitely knows. He can just tell by my voice, by, you know, my demeanor, that I was uneasy and uncomfortable. He put the situation into good perspective. And he basically just said, you know, you were not the cause of him going to jail. You did not set him up. You did not snitch on him. You basically were not the cause of him going to jail. So him having this animosity towards you, that will be very far-fetched. And another point that he made was, I'm pretty sure that this man is on probation, he's on papers, he's probably on parole, and he probably has to do some type of program. He can't carry a fire weapon at all, or a firearm at all. So he's just basically trying to transition back into society. So him worrying about you and trying to scope you out for some type of ultimate revenge would be far-fetched. That put me at ease so much, and it just made me feel better. So I did let my mom know, because my mom didn't know what, you know, she didn't know. All she knew was that he was in jail. And, you know, sometimes, like, my mom, she makes comments that I don't think she knows what she says sometimes. And it was like, as soon as I told her, it wasn't like a warm feeling, like, oh, it's okay, and you're in a different space in your life, and, you know, you're not even there anymore. It was just like, her comment verbatim was, oh, he's mad at you. Like, oh, why would you make a comment like that? Like, him going to jail was so unrelated to me. It had nothing to do with me at all. So for you to make a comment like that it just came off a little bit insensitive, and it made it seem like I was the one who put him in there. Like, no, I just didn't like that. I know a lot of times that she means well, but that just was not the thing to say. My boyfriend did reassure me, regardless of the situation, I got your back. As long as there's breath in my body, I'm going to keep you protected. Even if I'm not around, my people is gonna make sure that nothing happens to you. You are safe, you are protected. But, you know, if I'm not around, or if they are not around, and if you do happen to bump into David, which 9 times out of 10 you probably won't, I want you to keep your eyes open, be very aware, protect yourself if need be, and to make a beeline to the front door. Do not make yourself available for him to even think or plot or try to do anything to you. You don't have to show fear in front of this person. That made me feel very much so loved. It made me feel very much so protected, because I just feel like his family, as well as my friends as well, like my friends, I told my friends about it, and they were just like, what? Like, they let him go? Like, my friends, they always have my back, and they always got me, and they let me know that, like, I got you regardless of what's going on. Like, I got your back. They always on ready. As I said before, my aunt and my cousin, they are like my ride or dies in the family. So they definitely is not going to let anything happen to me. So that just made me feel so much safer. It made me feel at ease and definitely at peace. At the end of the day, I am not going to let this person run my life. I'm not going to live and walk and move in fear because I know that this person is now out of jail. This person is not going to control my thoughts. This person is not going to run my life, especially out of fear. I'm going to continue on with my life. I'm going to continue on doing me like I've been doing. Kept myself safe and protected then. I was very alert and aware then, and I'm absolutely positively alert and aware 100 times more now, regardless if this man is thinking about me or not. And that's just that on that. Now, what I did notice, some of the comments on that story time, people were telling me, you need to wisen up. Like, they're just trying to give me encouraging words. And I understand where y'all are coming from, but y'all have to understand this. That situation took place when I was in my early 20s. Like, I have changed and I've evolved so much. I do not mess with guys like that anymore. So you guys are trying to offer me up advice to pay attention and wake up and open up my eyes. Like, sis, like I've done that like years and years and years ago. Like, that happened so long ago, and I've grown and developed and evolved and changed so much. Like, you guys are at this point like preaching to the choir. Like, I mean, I do definitely appreciate the advice, but it's like the advice came a little bit too late. Like, I'm already past that phase. So, but I do appreciate you guys' feedback. Looking at me and the way that I carry myself, people would have never thought that I went through a fraction of the things that I have went through. But I definitely did. I get a lot of people saying that I'm stuck up or I'm sedity. Sweetheart, I have never came across like that. And these are all comments that come from people who don't know me personally. Like, they've never sat down and had a ponderosa with me at all. But I've definitely been through some stuff. I've definitely had to humble myself and take a step back. And even after me getting shot, like, I still, made dumb mistakes and put my hand over a hot stove when I had no business doing it. So this just like, that was just one of the instances that it just comes from growth, learning and growing and having to learn stuff on my own. Because a lot of stuff like I could have prevented in my life if I was taught or told, but people get so wrapped up in their own selves and in their own lives, like some people just slip through the cracks, and I kind of feel like I was one of them. So I had to learn a lot of stuff on my own. I had to touch that stove a lot. I had to get burnt a lot in order for me to learn. I'm one of those people who have to go through things to learn from them. Some people learn by example and some people learn by experience. I am one of those people that learn by experience. And I also want you guys, because a lot of you guys were telling you guys' personal stories on your abusive situation, and a lot of you are still in an abusive situation. Let me tell you something. I am not a counselor. I am not a police officer. I can't really offer you any amount of help. Only thing that I was doing was just putting my story time out. I'm trying to raise awareness about domestic violence. I do not want to give you guys any type of falsified information on how to move or what to do, because I don't want to make you guys' situation any worse. But if you guys are in a domestic violence situation, please contact authorities. Contact authorities. Give your family members some type of escape plan. Seek therapy. Take some self-defense classes. Anything. But I can't personally offer you guys any type of help. Those are the only things that I really can't offer you to do, is just go to authorities or try to keep a log of every physical occurrence that happened. Try to build up a case around your abuser. Yeah, that was basically the update. David is now out of jail. He is now free and roaming around and doing whatever. Not that I care, but I just wanted to give you guys a updated story time, because I got so many comments on an update. Everybody wants to know if me and Calvin are still in touch, if we still talk, if we're still dating. Well, you guys are just going to have to stay tuned in and see. Hope you guys enjoyed this updated story time. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. And I promise you guys, the next video is not going to be so dramatic, okay?